turned out to be the right mouse in the right place at the right time. From the feisty little guy in Steamboat Willie to the veteran character actor in Mickey's Christmas Carol, he's become more and more likable.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
The 30s were Mickey's golden age. Of the 119 cartoons that Mickey starred in, 87 were produced in the 1930s. And what a decade it was. The 30s had barely begun, and there was Walt Disney receiving a special Academy Award for the creation of Mickey Mouse. Then, right in the middle of the decade, Mickey debuted in his first color cartoon, and audiences were captivated again. But color wasn't the primary attraction. Mickey was. He played everything from gunslinger to taxi driver, from violin virtuoso to swashbuckler. Mickey moved from playing the lead to straight man in cartoons so rich his supporting characters were given their own shots at stardom.
At your service, sir.
You break them, we fix them.
Mickey's humor grew from the situations in which he found himself, essentially from good old-fashioned sight gags that added to the story and provided good-natured fun for a depression-weary nation.
You ain't paid the rent.
We'll get it.
In 1935, a mere 7 years after his screen debut, the New York Times Magazine said, "Mickey is the best-known and most popular international figure of his day." No doubt about it, Mickey was a star. Popular Mickey merchandise of all kinds told kids what they should and shouldn't do, so Mickey himself had to serve as a good example. A difficult job for a mouse more used to good old-fashioned gags. Then Walt Disney's idea for animating The Sorcerer's Apprentice evolved into Fantasia, an animated feature based on classical music conducted by the renowned composer Leopold Stokowski.
I was doing this Sorcerer's Apprentice with Mickey Mouse, and I happened to have dinner one night with Stokowski. Stokowski said, "Oh, I would love to conduct that for you, you know." Well, that led to not only doing this one little short subject, but it got us involved where I did all of Fantasia, and before I knew it, I ended up spending $400 and some odd thousand getting music with Stokowski.
Fantasia was an impressive role for Mickey, as well as an enduring tribute to the skill and imagination of Walt Disney, his artists, and animators. World War II. Disney's contributions included posters, insignia, and even an important secret code. The password of the Allied forces on D-Day, June 6, 1944, was, you guessed it, Mickey Mouse. Throughout the 40s and 50s, Mickey continued to be a goodwill ambassador, while Donald, Pluto, and Goofy took more and more of the pratfalls. And the curtain calls, too. In 1955, the Mickey Mouse Club produced a response television had never seen before. Children and adults everywhere were singing its anthem.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, you're as welcome as can be. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Then came the 60s and 70s, and Mickey's role as official host to the millions of visitors at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. And in 1978, a ceremony that gave him his own star on Hollywood's celebrated Walk of Fame. Then in 1983, Mickey made his triumphant return to the screen in the Academy Award-nominated featurette Mickey's Christmas Carol. It was his first film role in 30 years and a bravura performance. Over 55 years in show business and still going strong. Yes, Mickey definitely was the right mouse in the right place at the right time. As Walt Disney once said, we didn't burden him with any social symbolism. Mickey was simply a little personality assigned to the purposes of laughter.